Welcome to Allie's Attic Show, where you never know what kind of surprise you're going to find in my attic. I'm your host, Allie, and today my surprise is somebody that I've gotten somewhat close to. I consider him a friend. We talk all the time. I absolutely love his music, and he's got a very interesting story. He is the member of Second Chances Are Forever. It's Brandon Horlicia. Is it now just a solo thing? Is it just you, Brandon? And
It
hello.
is just me,
Okay.
yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask that as I was doing it. Okay. So it's just you now, and you're still in Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, you started all of this in 2003, and a lot of things have changed. So tell me your story, how you started out and where you got to where you are now.
Awesome. Well, 2003, we were a duo. My best friend, Michael Allen, and I, it was through college, hanging out at his place one day, and his girlfriend, which became his wife, said, "Hey, Michael, play your song for Brandon." I'm like, what? What's going on? He plays it. It's a beautiful instrumental. I still have it. It just brings you to tears listening to it every time now. And then he played another song of his that he recorded. Well, it was a Three Doors Down cover. His vocals were to the T from Bradley Arnold from Three Doors Down. Every time I hear that song today, I think of Michael. Um, and so at that point, I said, we've got to record something. I already had music, playing guitar, songs written already at that point. So I finally talked him into it. Um, and we recorded our first song in 2003, which is Say When, um, from a home studio and apartment. Nothing, extravagant. Didn't go to a professional studio. We didn't have, producers or mixers or anything. It was just me and him in the raw, recording all the guitar, the bass, the drums, the vocals, everything. And we really just continued on, um, all the way up to, once we graduated college, it kind of died down, but we recorded about 12 songs, um, together,
Hmm.
um, ranging from pop punk to what we finished with was kind of just a rock style or alternative rock music. Um, it was for the love of music. We did it not really to play live or to do anything with it. It was just kind of for us. And we entered a few songwriting contests, but didn't really get that far. And at that time, MySpace was a big thing, and we didn't have a name. It was just Michael and Brandon, and I convinced him to get on MySpace. Let's promote it, push it, get people to listen. So we had to come up with a name. Um, I wish I had a cool story for the name. Second Chances Are Forever. Nothing behind it. Sadly, it was just something that popped into my head, and we went with it and ran with it, and it stuck.
I'm glad you did. I love the name of your band. I
It
love it.
worked out great. It's so weird how everything just kind of comes back tenfold on you.
Hmm.
Because what the story is, and I'm going to get the dates all wrong here, but
I've got them.
um, we, we got through with college, both got married, had kids, life kind of took over, and our music kind of slowly got less and less time together. Lived on different sides of the city, so it was really hard to get together and record. But we did finish our last song, and we still have a bunch left unfinished. But last song, "Fall from Grace," and right about after that, um, it was actually, I know to the date, February 12th, 2016, um, or 2015. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Right when my wife and I had our second child, um, which I named Miles Hendrix. I have to throw that out there because I named after Miles Davis and Jimi Hendrix, so he's going to carry on this music legend for me here.
Awesome.
Um, the very next day, I got the phone call from Michael. He found out he had a stage 4 brain cancer the very same day that my son was born.
Oh my
Um,
God.
so our music really did kind of slow down and stop at that point. He was, you know, um, super positive about the whole situation. Always just was upbeat. We tried to get together a few times toward the end to kind of finish up some other songs, and it just never happened. And in 2016, in October, he lost his battle with cancer. Um, so now I'm just kind of a solo artist, and I stopped playing at that point. Um,
I guess
and
that's tragic.
until yeah,
Like
it
that is
was, you know,
so.
he did all the singing, he did a lot of the recording parts. Um, I played the guitar and bass, and he was really the master, not the mastermind, but I felt like he did a lot more than what I did in this whole situation. But beautiful voice, um, and not until recently, beginning of this year actually, I came across a way to promote music through CD Baby, and it just hit me. Let's put out this music for Michael. Um, and to share his voice and his talent as well as mine, of course, but mostly for him.
Hmm.
So I released our first EP, In Your Honor, which obviously is for Michael,
Hmm.
named In Your Honor, and then I released it. The release date, I made it for his when he passed away, and it's been kind of tough promoting something when you don't have a following. Um, we never played anywhere. We just had the friends that listened to it. So I'm trying to push it, get it out there. Um, and then I followed up with uh, our second EP, which is more of a pop punk, and you can really tell it's a home studio recording in that EP. But you can tell the love we put into that music and how much fun we had.
And
But we put out
that's,
Let's Strike.
yeah, that's right. Um, First off, I'm so sorry that you lost your best friend, and my heart goes out to you and his family. I think it's amazing that you're carrying on his legacy by, after deciding that you weren't going to do any music anymore, and then you came back and you started releasing some of his songs to share his voice, like you said. Um, and I love your music. Like, I love your music. And we were talking about it before the interview, how I think it's beautiful. And you said, oh, it's all sad, and every song connects. Like it connects with something I've gone through, and I know it connects with people. Like it's weird how songs connect with emotional feelings. I mean, sure, there's songs that are happy songs that it takes you back to at a certain time, but for the most part, the like when I'm upset or when I'm just kind of down, I listen to all the sad songs I can like get my hands on. But yours, it's not all sad. It's poignant. It's beautiful, and it's really hard to get your music out there and to get a following. And I don't think a lot of people realize the struggle indie artists go through on a daily basis, and it's tough. And you don't make any money at it. I mean, you're working another job. You know what I mean? You're working full time, and you're doing this part time. But I am going to say, Brandon, I am so glad, as you say, you dusted off your guitar, and you're keeping you're going you're going to carry on, and Second Chances of Forever is going to be known worldwide. It's already starting. I mean, I play your songs on Allie's Amplified Attic. We're doing this interview. Don't ever stop, Brandon, for the love of God.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I already have 3 or 4 sets of lyrics written, so I'm I'm ready to start writing and get a new EP out here soon.
Good, 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 good. And keep sending me songs, because trust me, they'll be in my station, on my station, in my station. Um, Now, you've gone through a lot, and I mean, I know a little bit more of the backstory that we're not going to get into, but with Michael's passing, and family, jobs, life, and then picking it up again, and starting to get it out there and promoting it. If you had advice, Brandon, to give anybody, just based on what you've gone through so far, like any other artist out there, what do you think you would tell them?
Never give up, and just follow your heart and just do, and then never stop doing what you love. Um, music has always been a passion from when I was little, and uh, I picked up the guitar right out of high school, and I'm taking breaks, with it, but I've never stopped. And, you know, just music is your thing, follow it, follow your passion, never give up. Even if you're playing for yourself, that's all that matters.
Wow, that is great advice. Never ever give up. Thank you. I love that because no, nobody should ever give up. And there's so many people in the world that don't follow their dream and passion and they're unhappy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah, that's great advice. What two songs are we going to hear from you?
We're going to hear Fall from Grace, which is our final song we wrote, and Broken Promises.
Now, I picked Broken Promises. Fall from Grace is the final song that you and Michael did together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Broken Promises, I played last night on Allie's Amplified Attic. I love the song. There's just something about it that just pulls me in. And that's the best thing about music. So everybody can find you on Facebook. You're also on Twitter. And
Yes.
you talked about CD Baby. What other platforms? Is there any other ones that you have your music on?
YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. I mean, we're everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay. So people go and find Second Chances Are Forever everywhere and purchase their music and purchase brand new music. It's beautiful. You'll fall in love with it just like I did. Brandon, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for being like a friend too. Like we talk. You know, besides doing all this stuff, we talk, and I love that. I love the connections that you can make on here, and you always make me smile. Like your messages, or you know, I just thank you. I want to say thank you for that above and beyond anything. So, anything new happens, you're more than welcome to come back on the show. I mean, I'm going to know anyways because we talk. And you have any new singles that you want me to promote, I have a page on my website called Allie's Odds and Ends. And any new singles that artists send me, that's where I put them up and I promote them like crazy. And as you know, your music will always be on Allie's Amplified Attic as long as it's going. Let's hope it goes for a long time. And thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story and sharing your music. And I wish you all the best.
You. Thank you so much, Allie. It was my pleasure.
Awesome. And thank you for joining me on Allie's Attic Show. Keep checking my website because you never know what kind of surprises you're going to find in my attic. Also, check out my YouTube. Cheers!